been a long day. A long day. It's a pretty good intro, actually. It's real dramatic. So what I want to talk about, anyhow, today, is something called the Cerulean Project, which is a thing I do every single year. So what the Cerulean Project is, and I'm going to try to make this like quick and to the point if I can, because I don't have like a script. So let's see how that goes. But the answer is that it didn't go well. So I'm going to try again, like much later in the day. There's like a lot to explain here, so that's probably what the problem is. So there's a few things. So like, let's just talk about like the actual making of this custom. So you have from August until I think October, and like, don't quote me on October, but I'm pretty sure, to make a build. They call it a build, because a lot of people who do it, they do like model kits and Gundam and like some dioramas. There's really not a lot of people who do like custom action figures, which is the thing that I want to see more people from our community in this. That's something that would be awesome. That's why I'm making the video. So you're given a color. Every year there's a different color. This year there's 4 colors, because they're using the colors from the last 4 years. So it's like blue, orange, red. You have a choice, and green. Those are the colors. So I'm not sure about blue, but I'm pretty sure it's blue. My bad. So you just like literally you send an email to sign up, and then you just start doing your build, and you post the work in progress pictures throughout the build window, and everybody participates in that. At the end, when you're done, there's like a showcase of everybody's finished art online, and that's cool. But what's really cool is it gets published. They publish a magazine, and they publish like a really nice hardcover book, and I'll show them to you at the end of the video. And you buy the book, and you get this like every single like really nice high quality pictures and well printed, like glossy pictures of everybody's work throughout that year. And it's really fucking cool. But the money doesn't go to them. The whole entire thing is to raise money for a nonprofit organization called the Trevor Project. So the Trevor Project, so 2 things, like really quick, let me just go back because I missed something. So one of the goals of this project is like foster conversation about like mental health awareness, and just kind of like get rid of the stigma of talking about mental health issues. And so they will like post every week a different kind of like something to think about, some facts, to help you kind of like deal with stress, how to recognize maybe certain behaviors that you may have that may be indicative of, maybe you are going through a time that you should kind of like take a step back. Sometimes when your mental health is not great, you don't notice, right? So there's all this information that's really amazing that is just there for you as a reference, one topic a week, every week throughout the build. And they sell shirts, and they sell shirts, fuck, it's late, guys. It's been a long day, like for real now. So they sell shirts, the books, coffee mugs, whatever, that sort of thing. All that money they raise thousands and thousands of dollars for this organization that is a nonprofit called the Trevor Project. And the Trevor Project does really, really fucking important, great work. And what the Trevor Project does, if you've not heard of it, it is a suicide prevention hotline for LGBTQ youth. This has always been important work. It is very important right now. And it's important right now because there was a federal hotline. It's a federal suicide prevention hotline. And there was like an option 3, I think, and I could be wrong, but there was a separate like line for LGBTQ, not youth, just people. And it's gone. And the Trevor Foundation, the Trevor Project, they're still there. They're doing all of that work on their own. And they do a lot of other things other than that. People, think that this is political, but it's not political. Like people who want to kill themselves, doing something to keep them alive, people who are suffering, that's not political. You don't have to like, I don't even know how much I want to touch on, like, so I'll get really angry. It's irrelevant how you feel about someone's sexual orientation, or like the gender they identify with, it's irrelevant. First of all, it's none of your business. Like, that's just, we'll say that. Like, it has nothing to do with you, right? People just want to be happy. And people, like, when they want to be happy and they can't be happy because, like, they feel like the world is crushing in on them, they do have suicidal ideation. And there's no politics to this. Like, it's just, like, kindness. To politicize that is disgusting, because it has nothing to do with, like, religion. It has nothing to do with anything. It's just like whether or not you want to help somebody stay alive who is suffering mentally. And as far as, by the way, where this stuff is all posted, it used to be on Instagram, but they are no longer on Meta, and that's just like because of some of the policies of Meta that are harmful to the community I was speaking about. And, like, good for them, because I wish I could do that, but if I did, I would, you know, nobody would see anything I make. I don't know where the fuck I would post it. But so they're on Blue Sky and Discord. Like, I read that they're on Discord. I haven't figured out what the page is or anything. But anyhow, so I'll show you before we're done. I'm going to show you the books and the magazines. So I gave up and I came inside. You can't fight the nighttime, as they say. And, like, nobody says that, but whatever. I'm on a sofa now, so that's not too bad. I just want to show you, like, what these, I'm going to go through these a little bit, show you at the very least my stuff, because that's like it's very narcissistic, but fuck it, whatever. But this is what these things look like when they're published. This is the magazine, and it's nice, like, nice glossy magazine. This thing is, like, it's heavy, it's substantial, like, it feels like it's nice. This is heavy, and by heavy I mean it's heavy-ish. It's not really that heavy. Like, I can't exercise with it. But here's the book. This is from last year, and this is a table book. This is really nice. Like, you get your work published when you do this. You get your work published, and you are helping a good cause. So I started doing this in 2022, which was fucking, it's a really long time ago, right? Like, God, time is crazy. What? Anyway, this is the magazine from that year. That color was orange that year. Well, that's me. So of everything I made, this has to have the most sentimental value for me. It's because this was in this book and got published. It's because I always fucking wanted a Thunder Machine. It was a lot of fun to do, and it was because I got to collaborate with the fucking goat over here. And Gnomes is not really, you know, around in the community doing any 3D printing or anything like that anymore. And, like, that sucks, but he was a fucking great guy and a pretty good friend of mine. Here's the 2023 magazine, and that year the color was green, as is probably very obvious. Open to a random page. As I said, it's a lot of Gundam, and also, as I said, there's a problem getting, like, the flashy reflection. Like, I don't have words that are good. Like, I do not know what this is or what it's from, but it is cool as fuck. And this is the kind of shit, like, hold on. Like, this is the kind of shit, like, you get a lot of people who do Gundam, people do all sorts of shit, but then this person made this diorama. And, like, look at that. This was the one year that I actually did something that looked like what I normally paint. And I would like to do that again this year, so we'll see. So here is last year's, and the color was red. What I found out later is that pink was acceptable, and I didn't know, so I was really disappointed that I had done red. It's like really low on the list of my colors I like to paint with, but I did the Turtle Van, and I decided to use all the iconic, like, characters that were iconic for wearing red. I don't know how to say that well, so just whatever, you know, deal with it. But there is Raph, Spidey, Mags, some sort of weird, like, Tusk, like, pilot, but part mythic. I don't know what I did with that. Baroness, and of course, you know, him. So that was last year. I added, like, a rocket to the top. This is a huge fucking pain in the ass, like a huge fucking pain in the ass. But then there's the book. So last year was the first time I was in the book, and what happened is, like, they need to have a spot open up for you. But I think last year, less people did it, so they managed to fit everybody into the book, I think. So, but I'm just, like, clipping through it, too, because you can see, like, in the book, you get 3 pictures. I think this was my favorite thing from last year. This guy made this fucking out of styrene. Like, this guy made this whole thing himself. The whole fucking thing. Like, look at that. He made this out of styrene. I wish I could do that. This is fucking sick. I don't know what it is. It's Gundam, I guess. A lot of people do Zaku, Zoku. I don't know who this is, but I know this is like the most popular Gundam like figure or character. I don't know. I just see it a lot, so I don't really know if it's that popular. You know, I should show my friend Rob. That's what I should do. I don't think I understand the alphabet, guys. That looks amazing. It's really interesting, right? Like, that's pretty great. Whoa. Of all the people that I like have found through looking through like these books, this guy just does like model kits, but he fucking does crazy shit with them. Can you look at this? This is like one of the coolest things I've ever seen. I say that about a lot of shit. Like, my daughter would just fucking yell at me because I say everything is my favorite song, but like, or one of my favorite songs. But like, this is really stuck in my memory as like one of the fucking. You should follow him. Follow. So like, I skipped this one fucking page, but this is the person who introduced me to this book. He is super talented. I wish he made more stuff, but he's, you know, I guess he doesn't have a lot of time for it. But this is a really fucking cool build that he did. Rob, CW Rob. Follow him. I just want to go back and show Rob's build from the green year from 2023, because like, look at the fucking like distressing like rust. He's really, really, really good at that. This is fucking great. Love it. I'm doing this video in hopes that people from this community will join me and do this. So the one person that did want to do it, that I sent the information to this year, I'm just going to name drop him because I think like he probably wouldn't mind. You know, he can't do it, I don't think, you know, Len LaGuardia, because he did just get a new job and a new career. And I get the sense that he's very, very, very busy. But he did want to take part in this. Like, he was really excited about the, like, the mission of this project. So I'm dropping his name, so I'm sure he wouldn't mind me doing that if it got more people to work on this. So do it because Len thinks it's cool, if that would work for you. I don't know. But, like, really everybody who I think, like, is interested in having their work published, is interested in doing something a little bit different. See, here's all the mental health stuff at the back of here that they had shared throughout the build window. A picture of a dog. I would love to see people to sign up to do this. It's just like, it would make me really happy, and it would be a really great thing. And I don't know how many people are going to see this video and you know, would agree with the current political climate, who, you know, we have an administration that thinks that, you know, somebody who's transgender is part of something that they call a radical gender ideology, which is just like an insane combination of 3 words to begin with. That shit is bizarre. Radical gender ideology. I would hope that you would be like willing to reconsider that feeling by doing a little bit more research and just kind of remembering that every person deserves the right to be like happy. And when our tax money goes to things that can help save a person's life, that's a good use of our tax money. So now, like, the one question left is like, what am I going to make for the Cerulean project this year? Because August came and went, and I was supposed to get started. So like, I don't know, should I do this Batmobile? It's an option. Or should I do like a Barbie Corvette and put the Legendary Barbarian in it? I mean, that's not really a plan that I would have for this. I would certainly do it with a bunch of like female Mythic Legion figures. However, I've done a lot of vehicles. I've done a shit ton of vehicles. I think there's going to be a part 2 where I'm going to go through the old vehicles that I've made and all of the unpainted vehicles I have that I could potentially use if I don't wind up buying something new, because I'm going to have to decide soon, like immediately. I'm going to have to decide basically like immediately. And that's like the end of this video. It keeps on going longer than I expected to, which is super fucking annoying because, you know, I just don't want to